Today I'm going to talk to you about being one step ahead of your opponents and knowing your next move before you make it. Pre-flop. A mistake I see made a lot in tournament poker is when players seem to free bet without a plan. So they'll see a player's weak and they'll free bet them in position or out of position, and then they'll be faced with a 4-bet and not know what to do. So they'll be sitting there for ages and ages, umming and ahhing over like what their decision should be, wasting a lot of time of other players around the table before they eventually like end up making whatever decision they come to. And something I do when I play is like when I'm going to free bet someone, I already know before I've actually put in the free bet what I'm going to do if they 4-bet, what I'm going to do if they call. Something that's actually surprised other players about me is like when I 4 and 5-bet pre-flop and then just like immediately fold like after being like raised again. But that's just because I already know, okay, if my opponent 6-bets here, then he's got the hand that he's representing, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just going to make the fold. Like the risk reward is too high. So the key to this is, obviously you should know before you put in a free bet whether you're free betting for value or you're free betting as a bluff. When you're free betting for value, when external things affect the action, such as like someone cold 4-bets or something like that, then there's not much you can do. You've got a real decision there. But when it's back to the original raiser, and the original raiser 4-bets, if you're free betting a hand for value at that point, you should be ready to go with your hand. You shouldn't really be 3-betting a hand that you're not ready to go with versus if you're 3-betting for value. Whereas when you're 3, 4, 5-betting as a bluff, then you should know what position you're in, and you know when your opponent puts the pressure on you, you're going to fold, or he's going to fold, or he peels and you see a flop and you can take it off him on the flop or something like that. But you should be aware of what you want your opponent to do and what you're going to do if your opponent does deviate from that plan and, let's say, call your free bet when you're bluffing and you go to a flop. So basically it's just about always being prepared and being one step ahead of your opponents.